Tonight, the death toll has topped 100 and still the airstrikes continue from both sides. Since last Wednesday, Israel says it has targeted 1,350 sites inside Gaza. Militants there claim to have fired over 870 missiles into Israel. The threatened Israeli ground war remains, apparently a possibility, even as the Arab League and the UN General Secretary General hold emergency talks aimed at trying to bring about a ceasefire. Our chief correspondent, Alex Thompson, is in Gaza tonight. Alex.
Yes, good evening. As I speak, drones overhead and the sound of an F-16 fighter up there too, both of them very much armed with missiles, of course, and using them across this strip of territory. What we've seen, I think, from early morning, around 2:15 in the morning to right now, is the central situation here, which is that most of the Israeli airstrikes, you have to say, are very, very accurate. They know what they're going to hit. They go out there, they hit it. But the awful truth emerging from that is that the key episodes of 6 days of violence here now are tragically played out all too often in the blood of innocent women and children.
Journalists work here, so they were filming when the first missile hit, and then about 90 minutes after that, Islamic Jihad said that one of their key officials had been killed inside, in a building full of journalists, as Israel knows very well.
Any condemnation that Israel may have received for bombing a building full of journalists clearly counts for nothing. They said they would attack this building again, and they've made good on that promise.
One person was killed and at least one journalist injured. This was Mohammed Al-Ashkar of Al-Quds. Early morning, less than half a mile from that burning building, the flattened police station. The sign outside, a commemoration to policemen killed here when Israel bombed the same place 4 years ago. But there is precision in all this. The police station is a pile of rubble, the mosque next door not badly damaged. The finance ministry beyond untouched. But today Gaza City had other business. At the hospital mortuary they had gathered early to collect the many bodies. 12 civilians killed yesterday in the bloodiest attack yet. 4 were children. Israel said today it's investigating what happened. That counts for nothing here. The Dalu family all but wiped out. First, they took the bodies back to where it had happened yesterday. The bulldozers paused in respect. They think that a 17-year-old daughter still lies entombed in the rubble. There are no coffins. The fact of death here is open, displayed. The bodies then emerged again for the mosque and the funeral. And we saw Bargis Dalu, who'd somehow survived the attack, traumatized in grief. A cousin of the family approached us.
I can't do anything. Oh my God, I can't speak.
Israel said it was a terrorist target. The Israelis say terrorist.
You see the children, okay? Is this the children terrorist?
The funeral mosque nearby filled to overflowing, so they prayed on the streets. And all around us, the green flags of Hamas, the denunciations of Israel and America. Overhead, rockets fired out towards Israel. And as they walked into the cemetery, a reply from Israel itself. A shell lands a few hundred yards from the cemetery wall. More burials then this afternoon in Gaza City, and a large proportion of them are for women and children. They are obviously intensely emotional and personal family affairs, but they are also public propaganda events for Hamas. One family, but their deaths the defining moment of 6 violent days here. The UN Secretary General said he was deeply saddened, mentioning the Dalu family by name. Hamas says this will not pass without punishment. And as they trooped down the hill from the cemetery this afternoon, the gravediggers were hard at it, preparing for tomorrow's arrivals as another volley of rockets went out towards Israel from Gaza City.
Well, the Israeli propaganda outfits are normally very slick at explaining their positions on most of the key airstrikes here. This episode, though, the killing of 12 people from that family, absolutely put them at sea and looking very much wrong-footed. Anybody who thinks that that constitutes any kind of turning point in the 6 days of campaign would be advised to think again, though. There's no sign of that here in Gaza City as across the Gaza Strip. The bombing continues by day as it does by night. Back to you.
Alex Thompson in Gaza.